Hello, this is the Tradesight Forex Economic Data Roadmap and General Market Preview for the week beginning Sunday, June 9th, 2013, ending Friday, June 14th. If you're having a good week, here's the dollar index daily chart. You can see that we sold off a bit here during the week here. This week, I've got this zoomed out so you can take a look at over a year's worth of data and see that the general cup and handle type of construction that we had that was trying to break out here just a couple of weeks ago has rolled over here sharply now, especially with the day down on Thursday. So this puts us back into the middle of the range for the last year. Let's look at the euro dollar, and then we'll also look at the pound. We'll look at some of the action that we saw in terms of ranges this week, and then we'll go into the economic data as usual. So here's the euro dollar. Nothing new to look at. We are going to be 8 bars up towards a setup phase after Friday's action, as you can see, the 8. The green static trend line is still above us. The red is below us. We're mid-range on this pair. Let's also take a look at the pound dollar. And here's a little different story. You can see that we are, again, 8 bars up after the week, but we have just hit and exactly ran into, and this is the power of our Seeker and Comer tools. Look how we stalled out on Thursday on that spike right at that green static trend line. That's a level that nobody else has but us. Very important area for the markets, and something that we like to watch on a regular basis. I'm going to go back to 30-minute bars and on the pound here, just so you can see the last few days. And basically what we want to examine from this perspective, and I'm going to shift it to a 24-hour chart, what we want to examine from this perspective is what types of ranges we saw during the week this week. So we've got, here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days worth of data starting from last Sunday. And you can see that for the total of the week, we actually had good range. We had 500 pips, and that helps explain how, for example, we had about 160 pip winner to our final exit one day. We ended up with a decent week of trading. But if you look at the intraday ranges, a lot of it was very poor. A couple of days there where we were stuck in literally 50 pips of range over 2 days. And the story is not much different if I go over and take a look back on the euro dollar on that intraday basis. Here, total range for the week is about 350 pips, which is still decent, but a lot of it, again, this one spike that you see here, and actually in the case of the euro, another spike back on Tuesday. Other than that, very flat action, and for 2.5 days, we were just stuck in a 50 pip range, which is horrible. So even though the ranges for the whole week were better than the last 2 weeks, the intraday ranges were actually worse. Still gave us some opportunities. We still did pretty well in the market this week on the Forex trading. Now here's a look at the economic data. We're going to look at what's going to be coming out in the week ahead as we head into the second week of June, get ourselves prepared for that. So on Sunday, we've got out of China industrial production and retail sales, bank holiday out of Australia, so no need to trade the Aussie the first night of the week. Manufacturing sales, current account out of Japan, final GDP out of Japan, bank lending out of Japan. China's on a bank holiday. Monday morning, in the wee hours of the morning, 1 a.m., we've got Japan's consumer confidence number, Switzerland's unemployment rate at 1:45 a.m. Eastern Time, minor data after that, retail sales out of Switzerland, Italian industrial production, housing starts out of Canada, no data out of the U.S. on Monday at all. Bank holiday for China, again, going into the second day of the week. Australia has home loans in the evening going into Monday as they start their week after their holiday. New loans and M2 money supply out of China coming out sometime during the week, potentially Tuesday. We've got preliminary machine tool orders out of Japan on Tuesday. German Constitutional Court ruling, whatever that is, on out of Europe on Tuesday. Manufacturing production, industrial production, 10-year bonds out of the UK. Core machinery orders and CGPI out of Japan. China continues its bank holiday 3 days, first 3 days of the week here at least. Japan on Wednesday, the Bank of Japan monthly report. Europe's got the CPI out of Germany and France, French non-farm payrolls. The UK's claimant court change and unemployment rate. That's kind of a big number for the pound. Industrial production out of Europe. And then in the U.S., finally, crude oil, 10-year bond auction, the federal budget balance in the afternoon. Rate announcement out of the Bank of New Zealand Wednesday night going into Thursday. Unemployment out of Australia then as well. Europe's PPI out of Switzerland and German WPI. We don't have any rate announcements out of Europe because we had them last week. Core retail sales out of the U.S. and unemployment jobless claims as usual Thursday morning, along with natty gas and business inventories and a 30-year bond auction. Then we have FPI out of New Zealand, monetary policy meeting minutes out of Japan, Europe's CPI, employment change, UK's CB leading index, manufacturing sales, and then the PPI out of the US, along with capacity utilization, industrial production. None of our big three this week. None of the no rate announcements, no first look at GDP. So it's a straightforward trading week without anything that we have to dodge or be aware of. Next week is triple expiration. The week after this will be triple expiration, and so we will be rolling the futures contracts, which does have an impact as well on Forex. But that's about it. It should be a straightforward trading week. Hope to see some wider ranges come back to us.